because I know a lot of people are frustrated by it. I am not, because my personal view is you'll never defeat, real money trade. You just never will, ever. If it was fixable, it'd be fixable. Humans want what they want, and there's going to be people in this world that are willing to open up their pocketbook, whether it's an official channel or it's a back channel. That's just how it is.
There's a lot of money in gaming, right? And it's a huge industry where these huge companies who have billions and billions of dollars haven't figured out how to solve it. It's not going to get solved, and they want to solve it, obviously, right? But yeah, as far as like the current model of Star Citizen, it's obviously wildly successful. Well, I always try to come back to, like, I was just playing Valheim before we started playing. Valheim far surpassed the number of backers that Star Citizen has now in its first month. So the argument of Star Citizen being like this huge success, not necessarily from how much money they bring in. This is what we're, I think, 11th or 12th year, and $650 million is a lot of money. But over the course of that time, it's not that much, in terms of the way a lot of games are being funded these days and how much money they're making, right? So it is very successful, but it is not as successful as people like to point out. Anyway, I am very much of the subscription model family, I guess, but the backlash that this community gives on that is very, very strong. And I don't understand why either, just from the exact same perspective as you. It is the most fair. There's no fairer way to do it than that. It makes the developer focus on the game as much as possible and make the value add is making the game as enjoyable to you, because then your subscription is worth it. And the subscription is a smallish thing, and I don't have to go and buy or feel like I have to buy, and that's the really important thing, a $500 spaceship in order to build a base. I pay my subscription, I play the game, I build my base, right? Like, these kind of things are not happening in this game and are not going to happen in this game. And then on top of it, just so many other aspects are broken there with progression and all sorts of things. It drives me absolutely mad that this is the route that we went. I don't know if you guys are familiar. I'm sure but just in case, the original plan was, on release, to no longer sell ships, and it was just going to be funded off of selling gold to players, which is essentially selling ships. It's not that much of a difference. You buy the gold and then you buy the ship in the game, but then you can lock the purchase of a ship in the game behind reputation or something like that, right? You can't really do that on the website. But yeah, I mean, I don't remember the exact question, I'm not gonna lie, but I am 100% about a subscription model, and then adding a few little things. We know they're gonna sell gold. I agree with that, because there's no avoiding it. But I guess the only other call
when you say selling gold, when you say selling gold, like UEC, in terms of a token, well, meaning UEC. Like, is that coming from a player, or are they then just injecting that UEC into the economy? Right. Because the token isn't an injection, like, like a stimulus. It's literally like player A has, has money willing to trade for this concept, and then it manages it. That's why, like, for me, I'm not against the Plex token or the WoW token. I get how it can change the game, but the thing is that I always kind of push back. It goes, that's actually what's already happening. Yeah. You're just now being able to, do it without risking losing your account. But that is definitely it has been happening over here. And to deny that fact is to deny human nature.
Yeah.
Ready for this?
The WoW token is problematic. It's just not inflationary.
Yeah.
So, like, if the thing you don't like about it is inflation, it's not doing that. But that doesn't mean it doesn't have problems. Like, they're just different problems.
Check this one out. You have been able to, for nearly the entire game's development, purchase money on the website, and they limit it to a certain amount per week. And there are players who have every week have been purchasing UEC on the website, and then on launch will have millions and millions and millions of credits. What are these guys like? It's just that's Star Citizen in a nutshell.
So, like, I think one of the other things that's kept me away from Star Citizen is when I hear. So, like, I play mobile games. I am a gamer in the general sense of the word.